There have been many things said about the pineal gland, the so-called third eye, by poets, by prophets, by scholars, by mind-altering substance aficionados. None of them ever understood the true nature of this redundant organ from our past. There is a very basic principle in scientific method, like a form of Occam's razor, that with all the outlandish theories that may have been put out there, the simplest of all explanations is usually the truth. And that is one truth we must realize about the pineal gland with all the grand and bizarre theories that are put out there. It is a simple organ, one of the simplest in fact. Not much unlike the vestibular system in our inner ear. It is a very simple sense of direction, not one used very commonly in our daily goings about in our currently existing Homo sapiens lives, but a redundant leftover sense of direction from our distant ancestors. You see, this is not an organ that regulates our very simple sense of direction on one very simple planet. It is a redundant organ from a distant past that once regulated our sense of direction traveling between the stars. A remnant of the species we once were. But now, this is where we are now. We, as the species we are now, we can activate this sense of direction in a number of ways. One such way I experienced myself when I laid down on a summer evening and saw the moon, saw how it was lit on one side and saw the sun in the direction the moon was lit from, and suddenly gaining a very clear understanding of where we are, where the moon is and where the sun is, and immediately gaining from the pineal gland a sense of movement, a sense of seeing how the moon, the sun, and myself were moving parts in a system. The sense of movement is what the vestibular system feels moving across this one planet, except it is the pineal gland activated to feel our movement through the vastness of space. And our species memory goes further than that. The system that regulates our sense of direction traveling amongst the stars is in fact interconnected with all the redundant systems that we as our currently existing Homo sapiens species have accepted to be inexplicably innate instincts. It is in fact scientifically demonstrated by experiments on human infants that there is an innate fear of certain species native to this planet that our ancestors marooned on, such as spiders or snakes. Human beings shown images of these animals showed instinctual apprehension to such creatures without ever having had any personal experience with them. This is the result of species memory linked to the pineal gland. Animals such as spiders or snakes may pose no dire threat to the Homo sapiens beyond the unwitting poisoning, but the imagery of their appearance evokes species memory of grotesque alien adversaries encountered in the interstellar journeys of the pre-human species. And it does not end at adversaries. The entire Homo sapiens concept of how we approach infants of our own species or those closely related to us, such as puppies or kittens, with the particular facial features that activate a sign stimulus of innate sympathy, such as large heads compared to body size, large eyes compared to head size, something we naively refer to as cuteness, It is no coincidence that this mirrors exactly the features of the one alien species we most closely interact with. The grey aliens with those exact features of a head large compared to body size and eyes large compared to head size. This species memory embedded in the redundant systems of our body, of which the pineal gland is the most notable. Therefore, to understand our true place in the universe as the Homo sapiens we have come to be now, it is most necessary to understand our species memory and how it puts us in relation to the universe around us. And understanding the nature of the pineal gland, as the popular subject that it is, can be a first step in that direction.